Welcome back, everybody, to Guitar Channel. My name is Todd, and I got some cool pedal steel ideas that I want to show you. I'm sure we've all learned this. If you haven't, you definitely need to, because they're super helpful if you're looking to color things up in the middle of a song and strut some, kind of almost solo action. It's very much like kind of the Sam and Dave area here. Definitely Steve Cropper throwing these things in quite a bit, like even in Soul Man. That kind of stuff, right? What's really cool about these is you can actually change these dyads, these two-note chords, and you can do a really cool pedal steel thing with them. And what you do is you basically take the third, which is in the chord, which in this case, in this G chord here, this comes from that shape right there, like an old-fashioned F shape, but we're just isolating those two notes, right? So you get the G on the top, which is the root, and this one down here is the third, the major third, which is a B. Now, instead of playing the B just straight up, you can actually bend into it from a half step below. So that's taking it from a flat third or a minor third, which is a B flat in this case, and give it a bend, just a half step bend, which is easier to do than a whole step bend and all these things. All right? So yeah, that makes it into basically went from minor to major. That's what's happening. Which is very cool. The next one, which is that shape there, this is an A minor chord. You got an A on the top, that's your root. And this is the flat third on the bass, or the lower note. And that's on the G string on the 5th fret, which happens to be a C. Same thing. Now this is a minor third already, so we already are in the minor world, and we're going to go from a major second, which is just a half step below it, and do the same thing. And you can do the same thing for the next one, which is either a B minor or a G chord, depending how you want to look at it. It's kind of like a G chord without a root, because if you look at it, there's like a D shape, which is actually a G chord in this case. And it's just missing the G there, and you got a third on the top and a fifth on the bass. I'll do it way up here. Sounds a little more legit up there, because most of the stuff you hear on laps, they're definitely getting up into the higher frequencies. Nice and cutting. And singing, ultimately. You can do the same for the C chord. So if we're doing like a... So when we get to that C chord, we can go... You can also roll backwards. So much fun to play. And then we get to the D chord. Same thing, right? So we got the D on the top, on the 10th fret, and then it's minor third on the G string, raising up a half step to becoming a major third. You see my middle finger sticking out here. That's only because I'm trying to get it out of the way, because I find like that's a better way to play it for me. It's really up to you. If you can do it this way and still have the control, I mean, if you can do it this way too, that's actually kind of a cool way too. I just taught myself something I'm going to have to think about in the future. Because you get lots of control from these three fingers helping out, right? There's lots of strength, and that keeps things stable. You can definitely control your pitch that well. So same thing. So all three of them are identical. Here's the last ones. Go backwards. Anyway, there's some cool pedal steel beds for you. Please, if you like the content you're hearing, press like, and subscribe to the channel. And also make sure to click the notification alert bell so that you're up to date with anything new that we throw out to the world. Yeah, it's definitely fun to play.